Let's learn about the accounting equations. Actually, there is no need to learn accounting equations. I will tell you a format. You remember that format and then you can make your equations yourselves. See, this is profit and loss account. Okay. Debit side and credit side. Debit side, you write all the expenses, all the indirect expenses in nature, and credit side you write all the indirect incomes. This also you need not remember. When you solve the questions, you will be in a habit to write the expenses on debit side and incomes on credit side. Now this is your balance sheet. So this is your liability side and this is your asset side. On liabilities I write capital and my fixed or current liabilities, or I must say long-term liabilities. And in asset side I write fixed assets and current assets. Okay. So for the first equation, working capital used for my day-to-day work, working capital is equal to nothing more than current assets minus current liabilities. See, this is current asset over here. What are current asset? Your cash balance, your bank balance, your debtors, your bills receivable, all will be your current assets. Add them up, put them here, subtract the current liabilities which you have to pay in recent. So this will be your subtract liability. Current liability may be a bank overdraft, the creditors, or a short-term loan. These all are current liabilities. Subtract from current assets, subtract current liabilities, and you get a working capital. Okay. My second equation, capital employed. What is capital employed? What is actually put into my business is capital, which I will get from the balance sheet here. Capital plus long term loans. Capital plus long term loans is my capital employed. Capital plus long term liability, it includes long term loans, because when I take long term loans from say bank, I am using it for my business purpose. So my capital employed will be capital plus long term loans. Now my third equation, income. What is income? Look here at the profit and loss account. See, income is net. Remember this, income is net. Net, what I get in raw form is the revenue. From revenue, when I deduct all the expenses, see, when I deduct from revenue all the expenses, what I get is the income. And that is exactly what we do in our profit and loss account. I have a gross profit and then I deduct all the indirect expenses. See, I will write here in profit and loss account by gross profit brought down. From this profit, I subtract all the indirect expenses, and what I get is a net profit or my income. Revenue is raw. You have to subtract the expenses from this, and then you reach to a figure which is called as your income. Income is the net after deducting the expenses. This is an important point. It will be helpful when you do the practical questions. Okay, number 4. Assets. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. See, I'll again plot a balance sheet very fast. In the balance sheet, you have capital here, you have liabilities here, and you have your assets here, which are both fixed and current. And so look at my equation here, assets equal to, so the assets all placed on this side, assets equal to liabilities. So this is the liabilities plus the capital. So one side has to be the other side equal to the other side if it is accounts. There is no debit and credit in balance sheet. We don't say it as debit and credit. We just have a liability side. We just have a asset side. So the total of the asset side, total of this side has to be equal to total of this side. And in the right hand side, I am writing my assets. So in the left hand side, it is capital and liabilities. Both have to be equal. So assets have to be equal to liabilities plus capital is my next equation. Now from this equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital, you can make many more equations. See, if I need to say what is capital, what is capital, and I put an equal to here. So remember the rule of right hand side and left hand side. I will put assets here. Now liabilities is a plus here. So when I take it to the opposite side of equal to sign, I have to subtract it. So subtract it. Assets minus liabilities is equal to capital. It is just I am shifting this liabilities to this side, and then when a plus has to be shifted to the other side of equal to sign, it has to be minus. So assets minus liabilities is equal to capital. You can also say that here you have assets. From this total, if you subtract this liability, what you will get is capital only. One more equation, like what is liability is equal to. So assets, see, if you try to find out what is liability, I can say liability equal to, assets is at the left hand side, so I'll write asset. I will bring the capital from the right hand side to the left hand side. So I will subtract it, assets minus capital. Liability is equal to asset minus capital. How? These are the assets. I subtract capital from it. I will ultimately get liabilities only. and then you write it in a proper way. Capital is equal to assets minus liability, and liability is equal to asset minus capital. So these are the small accounting equations. Just view this clip 2 to 3 times and you will understand it even better, and then doing practical questions will actually help you in this.